if she makes, if you realize that there are gay people out there, we all know them, you know.
And now we know a number one. Now we know another one, Dumbledore. Thank you for coming in, Miss Jordan. Plenty more ahead as the factor moves along. Finally, some Christians are fighting prosecuted. They could. In a case like that, what should be done?
Well, where are the Christians in San Francisco? There's a lot of them.
There are.
There's a lot of them.
There are.
And we need to get engaged. And we can do it, the scene from A Bug's Life, where the grasshopper's kicking the butt of the little ant at the end, and finally the colony locks arms and walks toward the grasshopper quietly but firmly. They change the scene.
So you would say a demonstration or something like that?
Writing the congressman, demonstrations, graceful, loving, but firm demonstrations.
Here's how big a sinner I am, Powers. Here's how big a sinner I am. If that were my church and those people were there,
I know what you'd do, Bill.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. They wouldn't get to the rail. I have to say it. And this front page article was largely sympathetic both to the gay militants and to the Archbishop who gave them communion. In fact, the only person criticized in the piece was me, as Mayor Gavin Newsom said, quote, "This debate is really about San Francisco values. The Bill O'Reillys of the world are threatened by San Francisco because we value diversity, universal health care, and civil rights for all." Newsom didn't criticize the sacrilege. In fact, he didn't even address it. He just attacked me. But throwing in universal health care was a nice touch, don't you think? The article went on to quote some people who said the Archbishop was correct in giving the gay militants communion. Almost unbelievable. But the San Diego Padres scheduled a promotion for gays. On the same day, the team gave away hats to kids. So thousands of gay adults showed up and commingled with straight families. In the Impact segment tonight, the gay marriage situation is exploding in Massachusetts. As you know, 4 Commonwealth judges declared marriage between homosexuals valid, and that's the only state where the situation exists. Well, some Massachusetts residents petitioned their legislature for a direct vote about gay marriage, and yesterday the vote was okayed. But another okay has to be given by the new legislature. It's kind of complicated. And the new governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick, and the very liberal Boston Globe oppose any vote on gay marriage at all. With us now, Michelangelo Signorelli, a radio talk show guy on Sirius. Okay. I want to just walk through this thing because I don't want to get involved. It's almost like the Iraq thing we just did. There's just no resolution to the bigger question on whether the Constitution guarantees your right as a gay man to be married.
Sure.
I don't think it does.
Listen to this.
It wasn't worked out in the courts. It was imposed upon the people, and they won't let the people vote in Massachusetts. Don't put a happy face on what's going on up there. That's fascism, what's going on up there.
Massachusetts is doing just fine. They have the lowest divorce rate of any state in the entire country.
All right. Look, if you want to live under fascism, then move up there. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is key to this. If gay marriage is okayed, then you're going to have all marriages okay. You can't say gays can marry, but triads can't, or polygamists can't, or your cousin, you can't. You can't. Now, getting back to Ms. Prigine, I have made it clear that I feel that people who are trying to destroy her for her legitimate opinion, all right, there are two sides to this story, are un-American. They are bad Americans, and they are bad people. Impact segment tonight, new hate crimes legislation is being considered, but where do you hear what's in it? The House has passed the Local Law Enforcement Hate Crimes Prevention Act of 2009, expanding federal charges to cover offenses against victims based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and disabilities. However, there is debate over whether the legislation protects pedophiles. But if you open it up as a civil rights issue, which most gays do, that we have the right to be married, right? You believe that, right?
Absolutely.
As an American, I have a right to be married. Then you have to then open it up to polygamists. They have a right to be married, too. They want to marry 2 or 3 people. Don't you see? Because it's equal protection.
Well, this polygamy thing is thrown out every time. Every time we hear it. And gay marriage did not open the door to polygamists have been trying to gain access for years and years and years. And that's not what gay marriage is about. Same-sex marriage is about 2 people wanting to have the same rights that heterosexuals have. And I would say
people having the same
I would say it is the same thing as a black person marrying a white person. Interracial marriage was banned in many states.
That's what the point the Boston Globe made today, and I'll tell you why that's wrong. But you have to address the fundamental question of, you want 2 people to be married, correct?
Sure.
Why don't 3 people? Why can't they get married?
Because 2 people are how marriage is defined now.
No, marriage.
And gays and lesbians are simply asking to be included.
You know, why did she do it? She did it to provoke. I think this is a provocateur. This woman's a provocateur.
Well, she's a very smart woman.
I think she's a provocateur. Now, many parents are worried in America about the gay agenda and indoctrination of their children to see homosexuality in a certain way. That debate is raging all over the country. This now becomes part of that debate.
Continue now with homosexual choice in our personal story segment. With us is Eric Marcus, the author of Is It a Choice?
Married in a
but if they sublimate the feelings, or if they decided to go a different way, and you know,
and if their spouses,
how people are.
if their spouse is happy,
so you don't have any problem with that?
I don't, except that I know people who have done that sort of thing and have tried sublimating and have gone on to get married and have children, and then realize they couldn't sublimate any longer.
That's
and then
their
you have
problem,
the fallout. Well, but it's the problem of the spouse and of the children also who deal with.
But I don't think you can make a blanket statement to say it doesn't work. Homosexuality is a destructive lifestyle that the life expectancy is low. I do agree with her in the sense that it's a tougher road to be gay. There's a stigma attached to homosexuality. Illinois students at Weehawken High School voted seniors Brandy Johnson and Lupe Silva the cutest couple. So the self-proclaimed lesbians get their picture in the yearbook under the cute banner. At first, school officials tried to ban the category, but finally relented despite a parental objection. Joining us now from Chicago with reaction, Dr. Laura Berman, who teaches psychiatry at Northwestern University. Now, I'm saying this with all due respect to these two 17-year-old girls. I don't want to sound mean, condescending, or all that. I want to give you the thing. I believe, based upon our investigation of this Weehawken High School deal and the picture, and put up the picture again of these students, that the kids voted this couple, the cutest couple, to tweak the adults, doctor, to cause trouble, to make an issue of the yearbook. The gay marriage issue is perhaps the most vivid example of the nation's culture war. Secular progressives like Ted Kennedy want a new America, one that nurtures everyone, one that caters to the individual needs and wants. Traditionalists like me believe the USA has become strong because of its core values of freedom, individual responsibility, and institutions like traditional marriage, which foster common goals. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Now, Talking Points believes the San Diego Padres made a mistake. If you want to have a gay night, don't put a children's promotion along with it. That's just common sense. 10 years ago, this never would have happened in America, and you can decide if we as a society have made progress or have lost our collective minds. Baseball is the national pastime, a sport, not a social experiment. San Diego Padres might think they're being inclusive and politically correct, but they are really being insensitive and, well, dumb. While secular progressives will applaud the mixing of a gay promotion with a kids giveaway, clear-thinking people understand it is completely out of context and inappropriate. And in this case, 2 strikes and you're out. Like Hines trying to make like, oh, it wasn't a gay thing. Of course it was. So why are they doing that? Why? It was obviously a gay thing. Now, I don't know what the message is other than gay people like mayonnaise, but this whole gender blending thing, it's confusing to me.
Bill?
I just want mayonnaise. I don't want guys kissing.
I think that it is a good time for those who voted for the ban against gay marriage to sit and reflect and anticipate their great shame and the shame in their grandchildren's eyes if they continue that way of support. We've got to have equal rights for everyone.
Don't you just love Sean Penn passing judgment on you? Isn't that just swell?
These guys are looking for a gay parade theme every week.
Tell me the truth, Miller. I want you to answer this question truthfully.
I am telling you the truth.
Wouldn't you love to see all of these people turn to salt? Wouldn't that be just great?
It is obviously important to all of us that homosexual marriage does not become the law of the land. Let me tell you that for every logical argument we can bring to show that it's a very bad idea, the other side, spreading the stain of secular socialism, will bring 3 better arguments that it's a very good idea, and then it's simply our argument against theirs.
It turns out that you have to go into rehab if you use the word faggot. So
to end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.